Hey guys, so this week on Fangirling Life, it is Throwback Week, and so we're just going to be talking about throwbacks in our fandom. So, for me, today I'm going to be talking about Cher Lloyd and One Direction, and I'm just going to be talking about their concerts that I've been to, and just my experience and junk like that, because this has happened. And it's a throwback. Okay, so the first one I'll talk about is the One Direction concert. So I traveled 7 hours to get to the venue, and I went with my sister Emily and her friend Catherine. And so when we got there, we checked into the hotel, and it was like a really nice hotel. It was very secluded, and there weren't many people around. So we got into the hotel, and then we changed into what we were wearing for the concerts. And me being the stupid carrot that I was at the time, I wore a white t-shirt that had ribbon glued to it to make it look like Louis' shirt, and then red blue jean shorts with Toms and a big sock bun on my head. Ow, that really hurt. And it looked hideous, and my sister tried to tell me, but me being me, said, no, it looks fine, just come on, let's go. So when we got there, the first thing we went to was the merch stand, and I got this t-shirt, and it just says, sleeve is messed up. Anyway, this t-shirt just says Up All Night Tour 2012, and this is like one of my favorite t-shirts ever. So when I grow out of it, it's gonna be framed. And then they were selling these wristbands or whatever for $15 for 5. Like 5 bands. But poor Nye, he was like all by himself, and the merch guy found it on the ground, so he picked it up and he's like, hey, you want this? I'm like, of course I do. So he threw it to me, and I've worn it every day since. So it just says One Direction, and then it says Nile on the back, and this is my lucky bracelet. So yeah. Alright, so we get into the concert, and the opening act is someone, I don't know, all I remember was that she had this like stupid tutu on. She was climbing this bedazzled ladder like, come on everybody, get up! And everybody sat there like. So, my sister and her friend got these beach balls, and we're writing stuff on it to like throw into the crowd, and it was actually really cool, but I think we ended up getting in trouble by that, or maybe we didn't, but they had to take them away because I don't know. So anyway, where was I? Oh yeah. So we get into the concert, and then the opening act finished. So the girl with the tutu, and then Ollie Murs came out. And if you don't know who that is, he was on X Factor the year before The Boys. Why do I keep pointing back there? He was on X Factor the year before The Boys. So X Factor 2009. I can't remember the season. But he was really good. He's such a cutie, and he sings Heart Skips a Beat, oh my goodness, Troublemaker, that kind of stuff. But at the time, Troublemaker wasn't out. So he sang some of his album, and it was really cute, and I loved it. So then after he went backstage, after he was done, I think we sat down again because it took a while for the boys to come out. So we sat down again, and I'm just like, ugh, this is taking too long, really don't like this. But then all of a sudden, oh my god, this gives me chills, because if you ever go to like one of your favorite artists' concert, the adrenaline is so high. Like, they had this countdown thing, so like it would go like One Direction in 5 minutes, and then they would do this little like intro where they would drive into the beach, and then like One Direction in 4 minutes. Then it would keep going on until One Direction in 1 minute. It was something like that, and then by the time it got to like One Direction in 5 seconds, they just did a countdown like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then all these screams erupted. It was so much fun. I had so much fun at the concert. They sang all of Up All Night, and of course they sang What Makes It Beautiful. But yeah, that was like 2 years ago. Oh my god. That literally feels like yesterday. Oh my god. Okay, well, after the concert, after like 5 million people passing out, because it was the middle of why do I keep saying July? It was the middle of June, and it was like freaking hot outside. It was like 100 degrees, because it was like an outside place. So after the concert, we met up with my sister's Twitter friend. I can't remember her name, but she ended up seeing Harry and saying hi to him, and he said, "Hi, love." So that was pretty cool. And then after, we just went to McDonald's and went back to the hotel. And what did we watch? I can't remember what we watched on TV, but after that, we went to sleep and drove back home the day after. So, yeah. So now on to the Cheryl Lloyd concert. So hers, I can't give away the location because then, you know. But it was like a small concert. It was kind of like the House of Blues. The House of Blues, like, the house, if you don't know what the House of Blues is, it's like a little venue. It was like that. So there wasn't a merch stand. She just came out and performed. She still had an opening act, but she didn't have an opening act. So we get to the place and we got our spot down, and the place was like Coachella. Just not a lot of artists were there. There was just one. So you could like reserve places, like you could reserve seats, but I didn't know that, so I didn't reserve seats. So I waited in line, and then I ran to as far as I could get with not getting reserved seats. So this one's a little bit more interesting. But anyway, so I sat down and then watched the opening act. They were okay. I don't know. It wasn't that great. I mean, I liked their music. It was okay. So after they performed like 3 or 4 songs, maybe 5, we sat back down, and I was with Jolie actually. And we sat down and we waited like, I can't remember how long, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then Cher finally came out. So she opened up with Bind Your Love? No, she opened up with Just Be Mine. Yeah, she opened up with Just Be Mine, and then she kept singing stuff, and she finally got to like the stripped down acoustic version of things. So she did Do I Want to Know by the Arctic Monkeys, and then she sang Latch. So in the middle of Latch, the whole stage blacks out. So I was talking to Jolie. I was like, what is happening? This isn't okay. So my dad was right behind us, and we're like, well, what's happening? Was that supposed to be on purpose? Is she gonna like come out like from behind and meet all the fans who couldn't get reserved seats? Because she said she wanted us to be all a little bit closer. That was my sheer accent. But anyway, so we're just like, I don't know. So then, like 20 minutes later, we figured out what happened. The generator for the stage, like, burnt out or something. So nothing's working. The microphone isn't working, nothing. So then Sherritt comes out with this guitar guy. So we're like, what is happening? So we come up to this little gate thing that's right behind all the reserve seats. So that's the farthest we could go without getting in trouble for being in the reserve seats when we didn't reserve them. So she's trying to talk to everybody, but nobody can hear her because there's a distance. So she's like, come here, come here. So Jolie and I sprint for the stage. We're like, we're going to get as close to Cher as we can. So we ended up being like 2 feet away from her, and she sang Want You Back, and then I started crying. I know. I cry at all my concerts. But anyway, so then she looked at like us for like a split 2 seconds, and then after that me, my dad, and Jolie got in the car and went to a gas station because I was thirsty, and we were calling like all of our friends. We called Olivia, we called like everybody. Like I was on the phone sobbing to my mom, and it was pretty great. After I like tweeted Cher, I'm like, thanks for such an amazing concert, babe, you're so cute, I love you. And yeah, that's about it. So both of my concerts were like like not too exciting for other people, but I thought I would just share that and just kind of give you my experience, so you don't make the mistake and dress up like one of your favorite band members. Or, here's my other advice. If they tell you to come here, you sprint as fast as you can, like an axe murderer is behind you. And that's how you get good face experience or whatever. So, thanks for watching. We changed it a little bit, so we're only going to do weekly videos. We already did weekly videos, but I'm only going to be popping up on your YouTube once a week, and maybe if I feel like doing a video like Wednesday or Thursday, I will. So if I want to upload on Thursday, I can, so it won't be like it won't be like anybody's day. So if you didn't get that, it's just we're going to be doing videos Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So I'm going to be Sunday, Jolie's going to be Monday, Olivia's going to be Tuesday, so that's the same. But instead of me coming back on Wednesday, we're just going to do like free the rest of the week. So if I want to upload, I can upload whenever I want. So, or if like Jolie wants to upload, Olivia wants to upload. So, yeah,